So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to film real talk today, like finally. So today I'm at the supposed host, or no, not host, the guest speaker's house. Let me just start again, so rewind. Okay, so hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's another day of it's the first real talk actually, and I'm here to film it. I'm at the person's house. I'm at the gate, so I'm about to go in right now, and yes, I'll see you guys when I get there. Mind the way I love my hair and my makeup. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's another day here, and my name is Antoinette Oguma, impacting a change through technology and helping you have a well-balanced life with Christ at the center. So today is the first edition of Real Talk, and we're going to be talking about depression. Mind you, the person by my side is the speaker, and she is
Tope.
I chose to talk about depression because this season of Real Talk is for life challenges, and depression is something that has taken the life of most people in our world today. So I'd like to ask you, what is depression in your own words, or if you want to talk to someone who has never heard about this before, what will you say?
Well, if I'm to define depression, I would define it as severe sadness. Like severe sadness, a low spirits, being discouraged. And so I think basically it's just severe sadness. That's a simple term for it.
Is there a reason why people, get depressed?
Well, like I said earlier, depression is severe sadness. So yes, there are reasons why people get depressed. When you look at their past life, the things they've had to go through, especially people that have had really rough childhood, people that have been abused while they were growing up, people that have had to see things like be traumatized. Take for instance, in the case of, let's say a robber comes to the house now, and before the child, the robber kills both parents. That situation alone is enough to traumatize that child. Every time the person thinks about that thing, definitely it's going to make the person sad, and it can lead to depression. And then take first, another instance could be fire incident. Imagine someone having to witness losing his or her parents through a fire incident. The scenario of everything that happened at that moment will keep playing in the person's mind, and that's where cases of therapy, cases of the person would. There are some cases that the child ends up feeling like, oh, I am the reason why my parents are no more, and because of this and this, I could have done this or I could have done that. Cases like that could lead to severe depression. And another thing could be feeling great. If a child grows up in a house where he wakes up every morning and he or she is being told that you this dumbhead, you this good for nothing child, you this, I wish I never gave birth to you, things like that could lead to depression. Because every time the person looks at his or herself, the person never sees a reason to be happy, never sees anything good in his or herself because of what he or she has been told. So there are lots of reasons why a person could be depressed.
So would you say that there are stages of depression? Because you know there's this particular thing that happens. I don't know if it happens every other place in the world, but I know it happens in Nigeria where you tell this person, I'm going through this problem, I have this one. Person will be like, my problem big past your own. So would you say that there are stages of depression?
Yeah,
like
actually, I can say there are stages of depression, and then I would like to categorize them into three: the mild stage, moderate stage, and then the major depression. For the mild stage, it's like an early stage of depression. It's like a minor depression, in the sense that the person starts having this feeling of wanting to be alone, wanting to just be by his or herself, not wanting to relate with people. That feeling of going out is not there anymore. The whole I have a hobby thing, like I have my, like the person tends to lose interest in his or her hobbies, like the things the person likes to do, doesn't want to do them anymore, wants to be all by his or herself, likes to stay in cold and extremely weird places, does not want to be seen with them, doesn't even go out with friends, doesn't like to talk to people. Even when you talk to them, they give you this very short and distant response. So that's like mild depression. When you talk about moderate depression, it's higher compared to the minor depression, in the sense that people that are in this stage of depression tend to lose it a lot. You know what, if I'm going to expatiate more, for mild depression, the person can be off for 2 to 3 days and be back. But once the person starts getting to 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 months, not coming out, not wanting to relate with people, giving huge space, like staying away from people. You see, when, like, even when you're in the midst of people, everyone is laughing and you're all, what the hell, why is everyone laughing? What's so funny? That kind of just looking all dim and sad face. That's moderate depression. By the time by the third stage, which is the major stage of depression, the person is off completely, in the sense that the person tends to, but at this stage of depression is beyond just, oh, I'm alone, I don't like to talk to people, I don't want to relate to people. It gets to the stage of where they start hearing voices in their head, voices like, yo, it's not like you have anything to offer to the world, why not just end your life? It's not like you will be of use to the society, nobody notices you.
So sorry I cut you short. Yeah. So what you mean is like voices of disqualification?
Yeah, voices of disqualification, that's a better term for it.
Okay.
Voices of disqualification. Voices, this person also tend to hear voices like, you know what, just walk. Like walk, just keep going. Don't worry about what's on your side, even if a car is coming, even if what. That's why you have instances where people just jump off the bridge. It's not like they want to or they are in their right mind to do so. Most times what happens is that the voices in their heads tend to speak louder than, it's quite loud. Like that voice is so strong that it takes the grace of God, really. It takes the grace of God to really overcome that voice, because it's so strong and it will give you every convincing reason to want to just jump off that bridge. Sometimes they don't even know when they just go off. They're still in thought of, why not just do it? In the midst of that tears and that anger and that hurt, boom, the person is off.
Suicidal tendencies are from major depressions.
Yeah, most suicidal tendencies are from major depressions. By that time, it's really, really so bad. Like, it accumulates. It takes years to build. And the thing is, it's better to watch it early when it's in the minor stage, because the major stage, it takes a lot of grace. It takes treatment and therapy for it to work. It takes deliverance. Let me go to the spiritual level here. It takes deliverance, because sometimes therapy will not work. You talking to someone will not change it. The person will only console, be able to talk you out of it for a few minutes, and then when the patient goes back to his or her residence, that thought comes back again, that old feeling comes back again. So most times, let me be honest, therapy doesn't really give the solution. The only solution is Jesus.
I'm sorry. There's something I also heard about therapy. They said therapists or psychiatrists, whatever you know them as, they said it is believed by them that therapy does not have, as in there is no particular cure. You just keep coming back, and you just like when it comes back, you just come back and complain again, and you talk, and then it goes
Well,
off.
that's the because they are humans. Okay, and there's one thing we need to understand. Human beings are not God. They can never understand you perfectly. They can never give you the perfect solution because they are not perfect. They have their flaws, they have their weaknesses too as well. But they tend to be like a cushion. That's the thing with the therapists. The therapists are more like a cushion to take everything in and then give you words that would make you feel better. But the honest truth is that they cannot give that cure because they don't even know where the problem is. Like they can't, if you ask a therapist right now, or if a therapist is to tell you the main source, the main origin of depression, they cannot give a very convincing reason why depression occurs. But if you look at it from the spiritual angle, especially when I talked about the hearing of voice in your head, that's it shows you how the demonic word works. It's more like a demon speaking in your head, because for God's sake, what voice would only tell you about the bad side of you, about the not so useful side of you, when there are way more beautiful sides to your life than that? Why would the voice only pick on those negative sides of your life? So
if you encounter someone going through depression, what would you say to this person?
first of all, if I encounter someone going through depression, I would first give the person a listening ear, because most times they need that. A lot of times they need that. I'll give the person a listening ear, and then also, well, I'm a Christian, so after giving the person a listening ear, I would pray.
Sorry to cut you short, but on this giving listening ear, there's something I have to say on it. It is a listening ear does not guarantee a closed mouth, and a closed mouth does not guarantee a working brain. So you have to know who you're talking to, and be sure that that person has something to say to you in return that is going to help you. Don't just talk to anybody.
True, very true. So about giving a listening ear, yes, I would do that, and after listening to the person, I would pray with the person. My only prayer at that moment would be for peace, and then I would obviously tell the person to see a therapist, but at the same time advise the person to see a pastor. Why? Because most times that's what they need, because depression is beyond the physical world. That's the honest truth. It's beyond the physical realm, and as much as we would like to categorize it as the physical world, it's not it. It's not it, because if you can't give a real reason why something is happening, then you can never give a solution, like I said with the therapy. But the Bible will give you reasons why people are depressed, will give you the source of where it comes from, and also give you solutions.
If you encounter someone going through depression, what are the things you would like to say to this person? What are the advices, the cures, or should I say the prescriptions, like a doctor would say? Like, what are the stuffs like you tell this person?
Advice that I would give people going through depression. There are quite a few advice I would give to such person, and then I have them written down. So first advice would be stay with positive people, and then I would like to use a scripture to back that up. Philippians 2 verse 2. Then make my joy complete by being like-minded. So every time the person feels sad or depressed, I would advise them to try to make a move to be out there. Don't dwell in it. Like my pastor would say, fight back. So they should make just a move to be out there. Find people that whenever you're with them, these people tend to be happy. I want to catch this vibe, I want to catch this flow. So try to stay with positive people. And then another thing I would advise is compliment yourself every day. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself how beautiful and gorgeous you are. Tell yourself how strong you are. Tell yourself how amazing you are. Talk to yourself about how amazing you are. Try to tell yourself things that will build you up. See, don't let what people tell you matter more than what you tell yourself. What you tell yourself is way more important than what anybody can tell you, because the energy that keeps you going most times might not be what people tell you. Yes, they will talk, it will give you that move, but what keeps you going is what you tell yourself, and how much you tell yourself you can push. So that is another thing. Compliment yourself daily. It's needed. Nobody needs to tell you how gorgeous you look. Tell yourself. Make yourself feel happy. So and then another advice I will give is exercise regularly. There's this thing with exercise and easing your tension. When you feel, there are people that go to the gym and then when they are back, they feel this huge relief. Exercise is like a way of distracting yourself from what life has, all the stress and the hustle and bustle and drama that life brings. It's like a different environment entirely. It just gives you this huge relief. Exercise helps you to free your mind. It improves your health. I once read on a website that depression shuts down the mind and then ability to adapt to new situations by limiting the ability of the brain chemicals called neurotransmitters to foster communication through the brain. So when you exercise, it improves your health. And then another advice I would give is eat healthy. Eat healthy. When you eat healthy, it helps you maintain your health, and at the same time it helps your nervous system function properly. So eating healthy is another thing. Another advice I will give is think positive, speak against negative voice in your head. You own your mind, which means you control your mind. When these voices in your head speak and tell you you're not good enough, speak against it and tell yourself, I am good enough, I am the best at what I do, I love myself, and most importantly, I am beautifully and wonderfully made. Alright, next advice I would give: enjoy your life. See, you only get to live once, and there are beautiful sides to life, aside from the bad things that could happen, but there are beautiful sides to life. There are people that would make your life lovely. So enjoy life, be happy, do adventurous things that would bring joy to your heart. So lastly, I would say cast all your worries to God. See, there's nothing too difficult for God to do. He can fix it all. He can make you whole again, no matter what has happened or what you've been through, or the things that has made your life seem meaningless. See, Jesus can fix it. Just cast your cares to Him and He will take care of you.
So I also want to ask, can you say encouragement helps a depressed person?
Yeah, if you know anyone that is going through this depression, it would be nice of you to encourage a person. If you notice someone is sad, there was this medical conference I went for. It was on mental depression, and then one of the things they said is always watch out for your your friend or your family or anyone you know. Watch them closely, especially when you notice the person tends to withdraw back. Try to get close to the person and ask, what is going on? Even if the person is not talking, just leave some encouraging words. Those words would.
So mind you, did I tell you that she's a doctor in the making? Doctor in process. Doctor in training.
We're still going through the process. We're not there yet.
MD in transit. Okay, so let's continue.
So try to talk to the person and try to encourage them. Sometimes, these words of encouragement, they might not have effect immediately, but at the most crucial point in that person's life, when that depression seems to be at the peak, those words tend to play a role. So always try to encourage someone, especially when you notice that, oh, this person seems to be drawing back or seems to be cold, feels lonely.
So, based on what you've just said, why are they undercover depression patients? Like, why do people not want to open up and tell you, like, point blank that, okay, I'm going through this, I am depressed? Why do people not open up? Why do they want to hide it or withdraw back instead of opening up to people who can help?
I will give a few reasons why that happens. First of all, one of the reasons why people end up being closed about the whole depression thing is that sometimes when they speak out, people tend to antagonize them, criticize them that, oh, you, what's your problem? Is your problem bigger than my own problem? Do you know what I'm going through? Blah, 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 blah. It's not nice. No matter how little a person's problems seem to be, your duty is not to tell them about your own. It's not, no. Try to encourage them, even if you're going through things too, because sometimes when you try to help others, you also help yourself. There's this thing with offering and helping hand. It's a return flow. So when you try to be there for them, not minding what you are going through as well, in a way you're healing, you're going through that healing process as well. You offering and helping hand, you and trying to be there for them, it's one thing. And then another reason why people don't talk about it is that they will end up throwing shade at you. Oh, with all your money, with all your clinical, with all the words you have and stuff like that, how can you be depressed? That's not nice. Money is not everything. There's more to life than being wealthy. There's more to life than all this, oh, I have the biggest house and all that. Take for instance Kate Spade. She was wealthy, a designer for that matter, and she still killed herself. There are times I've opened my phone to check Instagram and then I'll just wake up to see, oh, this so and so person killed his or herself, or what.
You know, there was even one I saw on Instagram and it said this person killed himself, and I went to look for the person's Instagram page. Mind you, I'm a very inquisitive person. So I went to look for the person's Instagram page, and it was very shocking. See, I don't even have words. It was very shocking to see that this person was using #happy boy in all his posts.
Really?
Yet he still killed himself.
That's because people have given them that category. You are rich now, so no problem in this life. Which don't help people and put clothes on their body. No, just because they have all the money in the world doesn't mean money is everything. There are things in their life that money cannot fix. So they are bound to get depressed. But you know, in as much as money can fix everything, your words can fix them. Your words either make someone or break someone. So choose to make someone better, not break them. That should be your aim whenever you speak. Because sometimes when I go to these people's posts and I see the comments they leave under this post, I'm like, why are you so wicked? This is enough to even kill a person. The things you say to this person is enough to make the person go and kill his or herself. You don't leave things like that. No matter how little they tell you, oh, I'm going through this thing. Leave a word of prayer, a word of encouragement. It keeps them going.
So there's a popular saying. This thing has been, disturbing me, and now I have an opportunity to ask someone. Let me ask. So there's a popular saying that depression is like malaria and it should be treated as such. What do you have to say about that?
Please, depression is not like malaria. It is worse than malaria. Malaria has drugs that you can take. I've not seen anywhere that depression, they use drugs, that drugs give. No, I've not seen anywhere that drugs will give the total cure. Malaria, if you take drugs, it can still cure. But depression, most even therapists will tell you depression doesn't have, you keep going and coming back, even with those drugs. So depression is not malaria. It's a spiritual problem. It's a demonic attack. Really, it is. It's a demonic attack, because what can choose to tamper with your joy is evil. Anything that alters your joy is evil. And depression, your joy is altered, your happiness is altered. So it is not malaria, it's a spiritual problem.
Okay, so with that we have come to the end of this talk, but there is something I want to add. Like, let me just chip in the little that I know. So there is this thing I want to say about people who commit suicide. So you want to commit suicide, first of all, let me ask you why. Let me give you like 30 seconds to answer. So I'm waiting. You can pause the video and count 30 seconds, but let me go ahead. So you want to kill yourself. Why? And do you know that you're going to be harming people? You're going to make your family members, your friends, people that were close to your loved ones, you make them regret, because they will regret, like, why was I not there for this person when this person needed me most? I was not there. And you're going to push more people into this thing that you just came out from through your death, because you will kill yourself, and then you're not going to witness or experience the problem anymore. You now start putting your family members in that box, in that depression, in that depressed place where you were before, and then now start thinking, like, why was I not there? Why didn't I pay attention why didn't I pay close attention to this person? So please, there's more to life. You only live once. This life is too short to commit suicide. Like, seriously, what is your problem that you feel that God cannot even help you for? Okay, so with that, we've come to the end of the first episode of Real Talk. I'm so excited that I was able to film this. Like, really, I know it has been prolonged, procrastinated, all the pro that you can fill up that space. So yes, with us here, I'd like to say thank you for coming. Thank you for being with us.
having me on your show.
We really, I don't know about you, but I'm sure you liked it. So I'm sure you gained much from this, and I gained much. So I learned a few things here and there. So thank you for coming. Thank you. So that's all. See you guys in my next video. I love you guys.
Bye guys.
Stay tuned for my next video.